What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about which is Kagura. Alright, this is going to be an in-depth tutorial. Now, I'm not the best with Kag since Mage is one of my weakest roles. I usually play Marksman and Tank if you're new to my channel. So this is not going to be like the perfect tutorial or gameplay that you'll see, but it's going to be enough to teach you guys what you need to do and what you need to learn to enable for you to master her or to be more efficient with her. Alright, so we'll go with the mechanics first, and then we'll go over the gameplay. The gameplay is not going to be perfect, as I said. I am not a mage main. Mage is probably my weakest role, or an assassin. Mage and assassin are probably my weakest role. But we'll still go over the tutorial, and I'll teach you guys a thing or two about Kagura. Alright, so let's go over the mechanics by going to practice mode. Alright, I'll see you there. Alright, let's start with Kagura's mechanics. So the first thing that you need to know is pretty much her first skill, of course. Talking about her first skill, it's pretty much, it slides your umbrella, if you have it. It slides from you to a designated location you want. So it just has to be inside this circle, around this circle. And if you hit an enemy with that umbrella, that's going to be your main point of damage. So you want to max out your first skill first. Alright, this is going to be your main point of damage. You want to max this out first. Except for your ult. Your ult is your main point of damage, obviously, but this is your main poke and harass damage, right? So it could do damage by going through heroes, just like that. It doesn't have to be directly on top of them. It just has to go through them, as you can see. As long as that umbrella goes through that enemy hero, it will damage them, right? One tip for this is that you can actually, whenever you go into your umbrella, you get a shield, right? So that's one tip right there. You can walk through it, so your umbrella resets, or so one option is to walk through it. Another option is to go far enough so you can put your umbrella back to you and get the shield, just like that. Alright, that's two options. That's going to be your passive. Your shield is only there for 4.5 seconds. Alright, so now let's talk about your second skill. Your second skill, if you have the umbrella, is a dash, pretty much a dash, just a normal dash. But what's special about this dash is it could actually get away from crowd control like Kaja's ulti, actually. So if you dash with the umbrella, just like that, or if you dash when Chu kicks you, you can actually dash away from it and you get a free purify. Right, you get a free purify and you get a free dash, and you can get away from the enemy, which is super good. That's what's super good about Kagura. But if the umbrella is not with you, what your second skill does is you teleport into the umbrella. Alright, so once you click that second skill, you teleport into the umbrella and you get a free shield as well. Alright, another thing with this is when you teleport to your umbrella, you actually get a free stun as long as your enemy is near your umbrella as soon as you use your second skill, just like this, like that. So when you first skill and then second skill, you can actually stun your enemies. Alright, so first skill then second skill, stun your enemy for a short amount of time. Alright, but it really helps when you're trying to just delay someone, or if you're trying to cancel somebody's ulti. Sometimes you can cancel Tigreal ulti. There's other heroes that you can cancel by using that stun. There's many heroes, I just can't name one on top of my head right now, but Tigreal is the one that's on top of my mind. Let's talk about the ulti though. Alright, talking about the ulti, so when the umbrella is with you, your ulti pretty much pushes people away from you. So if you're, let's do no cooldown first. If you're in front of them, it pushes the enemy towards your teammates. Now if you're behind them, it pushes the enemy towards their base, just like this, like that. So make sure you use that wisely and you used it correctly. Alright, don't just keep pushing people away, because it might save the enemy if you push the enemy towards their base. Alright, so if your ulti without your umbrella is your burst, this is going to be your main point of damage and your main burst. So once you throw out your first skill, you want to ult right away as soon as you hit them. And okay, I did that really bad, so let's put the umbrella more away. What happens is when you ult and the enemy's near your umbrella, there's that red line, and then when they're too close to your umbrella, it drags them to your umbrella, right, for a specific amount of time. So when they're close to your umbrella for like 2-3 seconds, it drags them to your umbrella. But the bad part about that is they could get away, they could run away. They're slowed, but they can try to get away. If they're far enough from your umbrella, they're not gonna get dragged. So you need to be aware of that. But I'll show you in the tips and tricks on how to avoid that from happening. Alright, so we'll go into the tips and tricks so you guys know your combo and all that, and some tricks that you can do with Kagura just to make you more efficient with her. Alright, so I'll see you guys there in the tips and tricks. Alright, so for the tips and tricks, what I want you to get out of this tips and trick is pretty much using your first skill and using your passive when you're taking the jungle monsters at level 1. So what you do is when you throw out your umbrella at level 1, you don't want to get damaged by the jungle monsters, of course. So what you want to do is you throw out your first skill and then go towards your umbrella to get that shield, right? And then just basic attack. And then you just keep doing it over and over again. Once your shield goes out, do it again. Umbrella, see? You're never going to get damaged, right? Since you have too much shield, do it again. Umbrella, like just like that. Alright, if you do it too fast, like let's say you do umbrella, and then you do umbrella again, and then you try to come towards it, your shield is not going to work. Right, so you need to make sure that your shield runs out first before you get the next umbrella. Okay, make sure that is very important. Let's take off the cooldown. And the second tip is you need to know her combo. This is the most important thing about Kagura is her combo. If you don't pull off the combo, then it's gonna be really tough for you if you keep messing up your combo, because this is your main point of damage. We'll go through it really fast at first, and I'll go through it slowly the second time. All right, so this is what it's gonna look like. First skill, ulti, first skill again, second skill, and then ulti again towards your friendly teammates. Alright, so that's what it is. Alright, we'll go through it slowly. Alright, we'll go through it slowly so you guys can understand, or you can slow-mo the video if you would like. First skill, ulti, first skill again to where they're gonna be, second skill, and then ulti. Just like that. And then basic attack, and you can dash out if you need to. Alright? So that is your combo. I made it slower for you guys just so it's not confusing. If you need to go over it and replay again, feel free to do so and replay, alright? That is her main combo, but you don't really need to do your combo all the time. What you can do is when you're trying to chase people, what you can do is you can just put the first skill to where they're going to be and just stun. And then just keep, you know, you can either push him towards your teammate and then use your other ulti the other time. Both will work. There's a lot of variations to Kagura, and that is why she's so fun to play. There's many ways to like outplay enemies with her kit. She's really fun to play. She technically has 6 skills, to be honest. 6 skills if you add it all together. Since she has 3 kills without the umbrella and 3 skills with the umbrella skills. And I didn't mean to say kills. Alright, so another tip would be when you're trying to escape, of course, you can use your umbrella to try and escape and use your second skill to teleport to it. That's another tip right there. What else? And make sure that you know your traveling distance of your umbrella. So let's say your umbrella is right here, right? Your umbrella is right there, but you want to try and kill Zilong. But Zilong is running away towards this way, right? Towards this way. What you want to do is you want to put it in front of him since the umbrella has travel time. It's not going to be there right away. The umbrella has to move there, as you can see, just like that. So make sure that it reaches the enemy. You need to memorize the time, the speed of the umbrella, and that's all on you. You just need to play Kagura as much as possible so you know you memorize the traveling time of that of your umbrella. Another thing that you really want to memorize for Kagura to master her is the distance between you and the umbrella. What is the distance between me and the umbrella to where it comes back to you? How do you want to say this? I kind of confused you guys there. You want to memorize the distance of when the umbrella comes back to you. So if you're too far from your umbrella, just like this, your ulti will disappear. I'll show you. So when you ult, it goes away, right? And you're not going to be able to teleport and do your combo. So make sure you know the distance and memorize that distance so that your combo doesn't get messed up. Plus, another tip is when people are chasing you and your umbrella is way too far away, you can actually use this to your advantage, because when they're chasing you and then your umbrella comes back to you, you get a free stun if they're near you, alright? You get a free stun when they're near you. So you could use that, you know, some people use that really well since they have memorized the distance between the umbrella stun, between the umbrella and the Kagura character itself to stun people. I haven't memorized it yet, so I don't have the exact distance, but sometimes I get lucky and I stun people while I'm running away. But yeah, that's about it for the tips and tricks. If I miss anything, of course, comment down below if I miss any tips and tricks. So pretty much the combo, you can use, also your second skill can go through walls, you can use that, you can even juke people out. So if you go here, you can go back, boom, juke people out, you know. So you can dash and then go back to your umbrella by staying in a bush, and then juke people out and you go back. You know, there's many outplays with her. But yeah, let's go over the spells, emblems, and the equipment. Alright, so here we are with the emblems. The very first emblem that I really recommend, and this is the only emblem that you'll be using. It's the Mage emblem, right? You don't want to be using Magic emblem. Nobody uses Magic emblem on high tier. On tournaments, I don't ever see anybody using Magic emblem on Kagura. It's always Mage. It used to be support back then, but right now everybody uses Mage emblem. The good Kaguras always use Mage emblem. So for the first star, you want to take movement speed plus 6%, observation, magic penetrations plus 6 points, and then you want to take magic worship for that last talent right there. All right. Another alternative for this is you taking the same first and second row and taking mystery shop. This could work as well, but since you want to go full out burst with Kag, you want to kill enemies with one combo, magic worship is the way to go. If you really want to be, if you want to be an efficient Kagura as much as possible, then this is the way to go. These are the only two emblems that I really recommend. You can try out support emblem. There's hybrid damage for support emblem, which is what people used to do, but it's not really a big it's not a big thing anymore. The Mage emblem is definitely, since the talents came out, the Mage emblem is on a different level when you're playing Mage. Alright, so let's go over the spells and see what's up. Now, for the spells, you really want to take Retribution. I don't ever see the other good Kaguras taking anything else. Like, the furthest spell that I could possibly see with Kag could be Execute or Purify, and maybe Flicker. Sometimes Sprint, and that's about it. Aegis, you would be called a bad Kagura with Aegis. Petrify, you already have a stun, you don't really need it. So for Retribution, you want to farm as much as possible, obviously with Kag. Early stages of the game, she doesn't really have a good wave clear, but she has a lot of sustain with her shield. Like I showed you earlier, you can use your shield to just not take damage from jungle monsters. That's why you want to take Retribution, alright? You could take Execute if you really want to burst someone and last hit someone. I've seen Kagura with Execute now and then, but 95% of the time, the good Kaguras will take Retribution, right? Purify, you already have a Purify when the umbrella's with you and you dash away, you have a free Purify there. So Purify is not really a big thing with Kag as well, and her mobility is actually insane, so most likely you're not going to be out of position. You're always going to be in a good position. You can outplay people with it if you play it correctly, and you should be good to go, right? So, but the main spell that I really recommend is Retribution. I don't see anybody else taking it. 95% of the time you want to go with Retribution. Let's go over this for the equipment, and then we'll go over the gameplay, alright? So let's go with the equipment. Alright, so here we are with the equipment. The very first thing that you really need to watch out for is the boots, obviously. What I usually do is I get jungle item first, the first tier, and then I don't upgrade it until later. I decide if I upgrade it or not. But for the boots, I want to give you guys a tip. Like I've said on the Lilia gameplay, if you're a really new Mage player, or if you're a really new Kag player and you don't know her mana cost or how her mana consumption works, you're really unfamiliar with it, you want to take the Demon Shoes just so you don't have trouble spamming your first kill all the time, because most of the time you're going to be spamming your first kill for poke, harass. If you don't have the blue especially, you want to go Demon Shoes. You really need blue with her, right? But an alternative, obviously, is what most people do, what most mages do, is Arcane Boots, which is magic penetration. When you're more familiar with Kagura and you know how to play her a lot, magic penetration boots is the way to go. But like I said, if you're new, go with Demon Shoes. Don't be afraid. Practice in Classic. Don't be practicing in Rank, because Kagura is actually a pretty difficult hero to master, to be honest with you. To be honest, she might be harder than Fanny, to be honest with you. People keep saying that Fanny's the hardest hero to play in Mobile Legends, but there's heroes such as Gosu, who's more into skill shots, and Kagura is also skill shot based as well. If you mess up her combo and mess up the mechanics, you're gonna be a bad Kag, right? Okay, for the main core item, it's gonna be Lightning Truncheon. Some people build Clock of Destiny first, but the bad part about that is your early game is going to be really bad if you build Clock of Destiny first, since you don't have burst yet until Clock of Destiny, the stacks for Clock of Destiny, which is 10 stacks, comes up. But Lightning Truncheon is the way to go at first. This is what people do now. For the second item, you want to go for either Clock of Destiny if you want more burst on the later stages of the game. Now, it's going to take you a while to actually build this item, Or you could build the jungle item. It could be Star Shard, which gives you 15% magical lifesteal, which is what a lot of mages do now. This is what Hoon does for a lot of mages, if you've seen him play the other mages. So instead of building concentrated energy, you want to build Star Shard. Or if you want to be a tankier Kag, you could either build Beast Killer. But the thing about Beast Killer is you want to farm a lot for Beast Killer and Star Shard. Farm the jungle a lot and get the 15 stacks. So you need to kill 15 jungle monsters for you to get the 15 stacks and get the advantages of that item. So make sure you're gonna get a lot of jungle monsters when you're building these items. But if you think you're not gonna get a lot of jungle monsters, then obviously go for the Clock of Destiny and you should be good to go. Alright, so the next item could be 2 items as well. Genius Wand. This is the newest item this season. One of the newest item at least for the mages. This is really good for Kag since her combo hits the enemy multiple times. It's not just once. Plus, your umbrella, you could use it over and over again in a short amount of time. And that's why this item is so good. But for another alternative is Divine Glaive. Divine Glaive is also a magic penetration item. You could use this item. I mean, both are good. I haven't really experimented to which one is better. But I see a lot of Kaguras build Genius Wand now since they say that though that item is straight up OP right now. This is more, I think, percentage wise. This is 40% magic penetration, while the other one is more stats, like points, solid points wise. If you go to Genius Wand, it says 15 plus 15 magic penetration plus the unique passive, which means that dealing damage to an enemy hero will actually lower their magic defense, and it actually stacks up to 3 times. Alright? So at maximum level, it could their magic defense can go down all the way to 30 magic defense points. So it could go all the way down to 30. That's why it's so good with Kag. But I mean, if your playstyle is more on the Divine Glaive part, then obviously build that. If it's not, stick with Genius Wand. Next item, this doesn't change. Necklace of Durance. Alright, this gives you more magical lifesteal if you build a jungle item. So it's going to add up with the jungle item. Star Shard if you have that. But this is, instead of building concentrated energy, this is going to be your sustain. Magic lifesteal, this gives you some cooldown, magic power, and plus, it's going to be harder for Esmeralda. If you're against an Esmeralda, if you're against a marksman, it's going to be harder for them to lifesteal their life back. Like Tamos, it's going to be harder for them. Leomord, it's going to be harder for them to lifesteal because this reduces the regen effects of those enemies whenever you have this item. That's why it's so good with Kag. Holy Crystal is really good. This item never changes as well. So you could go, yeah, this last 2 items never changes. Necklace of Durance always stays there, and Holy Crystal stays there. But for the Clock of Destiny and the Genius Wand and the boots, that can change depending on what you want. Alright, so that's it for the equipment. We'll go over the gameplay, and for the gameplay, it's not going to be the same equipment build as the one I have in the gameplay because it's older. This is when I was still in exile. I'm in Gosu still. A lot of people will ask if I left Gosu since the gameplay is from when I was still exile, so it's last season. But I'm still in Gosu, just to clarify. The gameplay is not perfect, like I said, just to warn you. I'm not the perfect player. I'm not the perfect mage player, obviously, because I don't main mage. It's my weakest. I'm going to repeat again. It's my weakest role. But it's enough to show you guys my mistakes and the good things I did as well. Alright, so maybe you learned something from it, and hopefully you do. We'll go over the gameplay right now, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, so here we are with the gameplay. I'm going to be playing Kagura. As you can see, I was still in exile back with this gameplay. I'm still in Gosu. I'm going to repeat it again. The emblem I was using is the one I gave you earlier, and the spell I gave you earlier as well is going to be Retribution. Let's skip a little bit of it since it is an 18-minute gameplay. I don't want to wait too long. So I'm going to be mid lane, of course. Normal rotation. Clear mid, take the blue buff, and try to roam after clearing the other wave. So the only bad part I did here is I'll go over it as the gameplay goes on. Right there, all I'm trying to do is poke. My goal at the early stages of the game is to just clear because Kagura is pretty. She doesn't have a lot of damage early game. She has good poke, but it's not enough to just kill and burst somebody right away. So you want to keep your distance in the early stages of the game, especially since I was against Grok. Grok would just spin on me. I took the jungle item first. Right there, and I told you guys, every time you use your first skill, go back to it and you get the shield, right? Get the shield. Look what I'm doing. Get the shield right there. See, get the shield. So your HP doesn't get wrecked that much. So I use my retribution, but usually the Kaguras now, all the mages now, since it's a new season, you wanna save your retribution so you can take the crab on this side or this side. All right. So you want to save your retribution, and that is one mistake that I did here in this gameplay, to be honest with you. So, and right here, I actually don't know why Diggy didn't come with me, because I was planning on getting this crab right here, since they already took this crab. So I thought that Diggy should have been with me, but this is solo queue, by the way. I wasn't playing with anyone, so obviously it's not gonna be the perfect teamwork. But I'm trying to help this Hayabusa since it is a 1v2. I want to give him some help. But the mistake I did here is actually I think I overstayed, to be honest with you. I overstayed during this gameplay here at bot lane. But I'm just trying to help Hayabusa out. I should have been mid right away because I'm missing a lot of XP right there. But I mean, Minotaur went mid right here. So he was just trying to harass Chu out of the mid lane. Another tip that I forgot to tell you guys earlier is you can check the bushes so you don't have to face check by using your umbrella. So as long as your umbrella is on a bush, you can actually see whoever's in that bush. So that's a wasted flicker right there. That was a pretty good poke from me. I was already level 4, so she knew that I could burst her if she didn't flicker. And luckily Hayabusa actually has ulti, so he was able to get away from the Fanny. I don't know if I could burst Grok, so I didn't use my ulti. Maybe I could have, but I don't think I would have killed him, so that's why I didn't use it. I see Chu from behind, so I'm backing up a little bit. And just wave clearing. As you can see, I'm here at bot lane for a long period of time, so that is, like I said, that's the biggest mistake I have. And all I'm gonna do here is probably take the jungle, really, since Hayabusa recalled and went mid lane right there, since he was really low from before, from Fanny. So might as well get the jungle minion while I'm at it, right? The bad part about this from my teammates though is they left Kimmy alone against a Chu and someone else. A Chu and a carry, which is really hard, because if once Chu kicks Kimmy, that Kimmy's done for unless he has Purify. But this Kimmy did not have Purify, I believe. I'm not sure if he did, but I don't think he did. So we're gonna get the second blue buff here. Another mistake in this gameplay that I didn't really do good on is I actually did not see Fanny killing me right there, and he actually took my blue buff. Yeah, right there. I was not paying attention because I was looking at the shop, so I got really shocked when he almost killed me. But it's all right. I didn't end up dying. He did steal my blue buff, but that's fine with me, as long as I didn't die. Yeah, I was mentioning earlier. The reason, the other thing that I did really bad on this gameplay is I didn't do enough jungling, considering that I took the second tier jungle item right here. When you're taking a second tier or a third tier jungle item, you want to try to jungle a lot, but to a point where you're still able to gank really well, since a mage needs to roam a lot. That is, you control the phase of the game, you control the tempo, and that is why mages, mostly you see mage mains like Batoski, Hoon, it's really easy for them to solo queue, because they know if you're a really good mage, you will control the game. I'm telling you that now. If you're a really good mage, you will control the game, you will control the rotation in the game, and you will control whatever objective is being taken in the game if you're a mage main. And that's why it's so fun. If you're a solo queue player, you want to go for a mage hero, alright? But other than that, we're talking about Kag here. Kag is still good as a solo queue hero, but she cannot carry as much as like Lunox, Harith, or Esmeralda, Guinevere even, I think. It could be close with Guinevere. She's still good at late game. But if you're like solo queue, you don't want to depend on your teammates way too much. I could have done better at roaming here. Since this lane is pushed already, I could have gone bot lane and helped Hayabusa. But since, they're getting pushed up and nobody was really there, I was like, oh, I'm just going to waste my time here. I'm going to go and just clear mid lane, okay? I saw that they just had a kill here top, and they're really overextended, so I'm looking for a fight here. That's my main objective. I see Aurora that's really low right here, and I go for the kill. I put the first skill to where Aurora is gonna be, and that's an easy kill for me. Dash out. I don't have blue buff, so I'm already really low on mana, so I can't do anything there. When you're low on mana with Kag, you don't want to stay. You don't want to overstay. Just back right away, because you're gonna be useless. Your auto attack is not gonna do much. Yeah, you want to back right away, and I didn't get the second blue buff as you saw earlier. That's why I was having a tough time actually trying to roam and help people out, since I'm gonna run out of mana really fast. The bad part I did during this gameplay is also the blue buff. I needed to take the blue buff a lot more. I wasn't taking the blue buff like you see right here. It's open, but I'm not taking it. I don't know why. Like I said, I'm not a mage main, and this is the difference between being a good mage player and being not a good mage player. I have some mistakes, and the good mage players will always take the blue. Alright. I see that Minotaur and Diggy are actually going bot lane, but I see a wave coming in here. So I'm just going to wave clear this real quick, and I'm probably going to help them at bot lane after. So I'm building Clock of Destiny. Like I said, ignore the build I'm doing during this gameplay because it's going to be different. So don't copy the build I'm doing now. Copy the build that I told you guys during the equipment section of this video. Alright. So we see that top lane is getting pushed, and Kimmy's going to die right there. I'm like questioning where I'm going to go. They got to kill bot lane, so they didn't need help. But by the time they got a kill, Kimmy was having trouble there. And you know, she was already dead. So if I rotate, I'm just gonna wave clear the lane anyways, and there's no more minions. So I'm just gonna waste my time there. I actually tried to kill the Aurora, but she had flicker. If she didn't flicker, she would have died by me stunning her and using my ulti. But it was a good flicker from her. I'm out of mana again since I don't have blue. It's really hard to play Kag without blue. You're gonna always run out of mana since you're spamming your first skill so often. And yeah, that's why. But I think I had some pity on this Hayabusa, and I gave him this blue. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I was really nice. I gave him the blue. I was like, that's his blue. It's my fault for not taking my blue. So I gave it to him. I don't really mind since I have Clock of Destiny now, and Clock of Destiny gives you a lot more mana, so it should be easier for me. Right here, I see that Hayabusa is getting killed, so I'm gonna be here for the trade. I'm gonna try to trade at least. Try to trade the best way possible, and I think I do get the trade right here. Yep, I do get the trade, so we get the Chu, and that should be good. I managed to ulti Kari, but she had a dash to get away from my ulti right there, so she's gonna be fine. All I'm gonna try to do here is poke people out of lane. Look, she's really low. You wanna zone enemies. This is where I die, I think. Yeah, I was way too overextended. Grok just came out of nowhere, so couldn't do anything about that. That was my bad. But the thing is, I was really confident in pushing that lane because Diggy still had ulti, as you can see. He still had ulti, but he didn't ulti for some reason. But it's alright, and people make mistakes. We're gonna go past this. There you go. Let's see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go bot lane. I saw Kimmy was pushing mid lane, and there's no more towers here at top lane, so I was like, alright, I can't really push that lane without any towers there, or else I might get ganked, so might as well just group up with my team. And I managed to steal that crab from them because I had retribution. My goal here is to just push this lane and try to poke them out so we can get a kill, or we can do more objectives by getting this tower right here. Let's see what I do. I actually don't know what I did during this game. Yeah, I think all I do is poke and try to get them out of lane. We're 2-1 though, we're not doing too bad. We don't have minions, so that's really bad. I won't be able to push. All I can do is just throw out my umbrella and hopefully hope for the best. And I think we get out of here. Yeah, I'm level 10. I only have 6 jungle monsters in a matter of 10 minutes, which is bad. Like I said, I should have jungled more. I could have been more greedy by taking the Hayabusa's blue earlier, but he was doing pretty decent, so I was like, alright, just give it to him. It's whatever. I'm not really that greedy for... you could tell if someone's like a mage main or someone is not. If they're too nice to give you the blue while they don't have it, that means that they're not a mage main. But look at that burst using that combo, like I said. And you can use your second skill dash, like I said, to avoid your CC. Once Aurora ulted me, I was able to dash because I had my umbrella with me to avoid CC. And we get an easy kill right there by me stunning Grok. The hardest part about this gameplay was Fanny, because she's just gonna cable, right? And all I can do is try to hit her with my umbrella. I can't ulti her. If I ulti her, she's just gonna cable away and get away from my ulti, which is gonna be useless. And that is why Fanny's so hard. Fanny is a hard counter for Kag. The only way you can counter her is to just juke her out and run away. You can't really kill her in majority of times. I see Chu pushing this top lane, so obviously I'm gonna defend that. We're 3-1-3, which is, I mean, not too bad. It could be a lot better in a span of 11 minutes, obviously. But finally, I try to take this blue, but I think freaking Kimmy steals it. Yeah, she does steal it. Freaking nerd. Alright, she steals it, but I mean, I didn't get mad, as you can see. I didn't really react to it. I'm just like, alright, whatever. It's whatever. That's when you know someone's not a mage main. Usually a mage main would just tilt and just cuss them out. Oh, you stole my blue, GG, right? Those are mage mains. Usually cuss them out, get mad, but I'm like, whatever, man. We're winning. Kinda. We're winning on objectives. This lane got kind of pushed out, but that's alright. I still have trust. My teammates are not doing too bad. They're not feeding. They're actually rotating. The only bad part was the two supports, which was Diggy and Minotaur. Kinda left the Kimmy alone at top lane against Fanny, which was super hard. Plus, this Minotaur is ulting nothing like air. We get an easy kill right there on Fanny after my stun. I try to ulti Kari, and then she goes back to my umbrella. She's really... She's not that fed, to be honest. So I'm good. Try to check the bush to catch up. Boom, right there. But I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up. They're going to be way too fast. But your first skill has a slow, by the way. Every time you hit someone with your first, it has a slow. Grok is going to be way too far. So I'm like, I'll just retreat, like I said. Retreat, don't be too greedy. It's like Grok. He's way too tanky. There's no point in chasing. But Kimmy actually ended up getting the kill by chasing him all the way here. But I don't think, if I chase, I don't think I would have killed him. I don't think so. Because I was on this side of the tower right here, while Kimmy was on this side. Alright, so right here, I'm just gonna wave clear. We're 3-1-6. We have more assists than kills. Looking like more of a support Kag, to be honest with you. But we're not feeding or anything like that. I'm looking if Fanny's red buff is gonna be up or the blue buff is gonna be up, because it's really important for me to steal that buff. So, since Fanny's actually the one doing decent on their team. We see that choose right here. I actually missed my first skill, but that's alright. I used my retribution to slow him down. We get an easy kill right there. We get a free lord after that. So what happens here is, if you don't have retribution, you want to try to put your umbrellas into these bushes and try to check out if there's anybody there to steal your lord, right? Like I'm doing right now. Just make sure that nobody's there, and hopefully we burst this. We do burst it because retribution was from Hayabusa. And we see that Aurora's having a tough time right here. I ultied Fanny right away, so Fanny's gonna be busy with me. But like I said, it's really hard to kill Fanny with Kagura in one combo, unless you're really fed and the Fanny is really like dumb or really behind. But that Fanny was actually pretty decent, so I was not able to burst her. The good thing about this is, if you have jungle item, you can actually sustain yourself by killing jungle monsters. It gives you HP and mana back, so we're good here. That was a really good ulti from Diggy to save me, so I should be fine, and I'm gonna be recalling out of here. So I'm gonna just skip a little bit of this and just go back. So I got the blue buff after that. I'm gonna go try and help my teammates. We're 3-1-7. I know it seems like not a lot of action has been happening so far, but we should get a kill right here. And that Aurora actually almost dies. I missed by an inch right there. Almost killed her. Should have been a kill. But that's alright. We get a free tower anyway, since she was really low. I want to put my umbrella to where the enemies are going to be. Right there. Just poke out the Grok. Look at how much damage I do. I do a pretty decent amount of damage on Grok. We're 3-1-8. Not too bad. Just wave clear. I think I see the blue buff spawn right here and I take it. I'm not really sure. But we take all the things that spawn. Try not to give the enemies any type of farm. Alright, so I'm just gonna stick next to Hayabusa. Finally, level 15. Let's see what we can do here. I'm just trying to look for... There it is. There's the blue buff. So I'm most likely gonna get this, I believe. Yep, I'm most likely gonna get this. Or maybe I give it. I'm not sure. I actually get it. Alright. Finally, I get a blue buff for myself. Wave clear mid. We're fine right now. Just looking for a poke. Waiting for an engage. So as Kagura, you don't want to be the hero engaging unless you're ganking, alright? You want to wait for your enemies to for your teammates like Minotaur. I'm waiting for Minotaur to engage for me. Or if I get the only exception would be, let's say if Kari is alone. If Kari's alone and she's too overextended, then I will engage and try to burst her as much as possible. But other than that, you really want to wait and just poke out with your first skill, really. She's really easy to play. Kagura is pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, just poke people out and go for the kill afterwards, right? And you want to use your ulti strictly on carries. Alright, strictly on carries that you will hit. So let's see what happens here. Hayabusa actually died right here. I see that Chu is really low, so I'm gonna poke him out. I try to dash away from the Chu. I go for the kill. I get a double kill on Chu and Fanny, so I'm good. And I just dash out just because Kari actually hurts during late game, so I need to dash out. We get an easy kill right here, get a stun, but she's able to run away. Kimi actually managed to kill him, so we're good. Aurora doesn't really have a lot of wave clear, so this should be GG, to be honest with you. Kari's like half health. If he comes closer to me, I'm killing him. Boom, right there, easy kill, as you can see. So we're 6-1 and 9, doing pretty not too bad. I don't know if I get a kill right here, but maybe I do. I think Kimi gets it, steals another kill. That's all right. But yeah, that's GG. We got an easy win right there. We went 6-1 and 10. I don't even know if I think I got gold maybe. Oh, I got the MVP. All right, so I got MVP based off kills and assists, so that's not too bad. Like I said, it was not the perfect Kagura gameplay, but it was enough for you to learn. So what you can take out of this is use your first skill to use it as a ward. So it's really important for you to check the mid lane bushes so that your tank doesn't have to face check the bush. What face checking means is for your tank to check the bush by himself and hoping that there's nobody there so you can kill him as a 5-man team. Right? You can just use your umbrella. Know your combo, know your mechanics, know that you have a stun on your second skill. Know that when you know your umbrella, you get a shield. Know that you have a free purify when you use your second skill if necessary. So that is about it for this gameplay. If I missed anything, please comment that below. Yeah, don't be afraid to criticize me, just support. Comment down below if I missed any tips and tricks, or if you have any other builds that you would suggest, or feedback. That's it. Don't forget to hit that like button, thumbs up, subscribe. Peace.